Raven-Symoné knew she was gay at the age of 12, but she felt compelled to hide it from the world because of her profession. She didn't officially come out until 2013, when same-sex marriage was legalized in California. She tweeted, "I can finally get married. Yay, government! So proud of you." In a video called It Gets Better, which she released in 2016, Raven said she felt lighter after opening up about her sexuality. She added, "I felt like I could go out and not have to put on 17 different hats to be myself. I realized that just living my truth of what I am, there's one less person to fight me in my own head." She eventually met a woman named Miranda Maday. They got married and lived happily ever after. Just kidding. There are a few things about their relationship that make people cringe, and Raven's fans can't believe she can't feel the red flags busting her upside the head. Before we jump into today's video, hey now, what you say now, about to put it down? Yeah, come on and eat some snacks now. And if the future looks great now, then everything's gonna change now. Let's eat.
So damn messy.
Thankfully, our online concession stand at rrgsnacks.com has all of our favorite goodies back in stock, from Western barbecue bacon jerky, freeze-dried goodies, butter toffee peanuts, and gummy sour peach rings. In August 2015, Raven was hosting at a West Hollywood karaoke bar when she met Miranda, a Los Angeles native. Miranda and her dad worked in the entertainment industry. She also had many friends who worked in that world. She knew who Raven was, and she was interested. In an interview with Entertainment Tonight, she said she knew right away that Raven was the one.
I'm gonna marry her. I just knew.
And a voice in her head kept repeating, "I'm gonna know Raven. I'm gonna know her. I'm gonna know her." As for Raven, she admitted that up until meeting Miranda, she thought she would spend the rest of her life alone. They hit it off, and 2 days after meeting, they went on their first date and talked for hours until they realized they hadn't even gotten out of the car yet. 8 hours had passed, and it was already 10 p.m. Miranda said, "It was one of those things where you don't want the person to ever leave." Raven felt comfortable with her as well, especially since Miranda wasn't treating her like a celebrity. While appearing on the Tamron Hall show, Raven stated that Miranda had never even seen an episode of That's So Raven before they met. Raven believed her, but the public didn't. An online user wrote, "Raven-Symoné's wife is a bald-faced lie. Who hasn't watched That's So Raven?"
Yeah.
When online users switched the narrative to Miranda didn't know who Raven was at all, Miranda had to go on the record to say she was indeed familiar with Raven. However, the TV program That's So Raven just wasn't on her radar. They started dating, but they kept things low-key. Miranda told Entertainment Tonight, "So there's a part of it that just sort of feels natural. It's really fun, and I feel really lucky to kind of get to have this experience. But we're also both smart about how we keep our private things private and what we do choose to present." 2 months into their romance, Raven asked Miranda to sign an NDA, otherwise known as a non-disclosure agreement.
Say what now?
Miranda told People magazine she didn't understand the need for an NDA, so she immediately told Raven that she wasn't gonna do it. As a well-known child star turned adult, Raven was used to making all of her past romantic partners sign the document before knocking boots. However, Raven admitted that she also didn't like the idea of having an NDA because she felt it would change the relationship's dynamic. But Raven's mom and agents pushed her to get the agreement signed so that her relationship with Miranda wouldn't become a topic of discussion on gossip websites. In the end, Miranda decided to go through with it. Raven said, "We both were like, this takes away the genuineness of it all. But we also understood that we live in Hollywood." When the couple opened up about Miranda's hesitance to sign the NDA, online users took it as a red flag that Miranda was an opportunist looking to use Raven for clout. They cautioned Raven to be careful, but nothing and no one was going to stand in the way of this relationship. In an interview with Entertainment Tonight, Raven said she knew Miranda was the love of her life after they got into an argument.
"I knew you were the one for me when I was mad at you, but I still wanted to hug you at the same time, and I didn't want to push you away."
You wanted to hug me?
It's like, oh, I can be mad at someone and not want to ghost them. This is the person for me.
Raven later admitted that she broke up with Miranda out of fear of what the Black community would think about her interracial relationship. In an interview with Noir Online, Raven said she caught people staring at her all the time, and it made her feel uncomfortable because she thought she was being judged for her dating preferences. Raven also stated that she broke up with Miranda because she wasn't a great communicator and she was spending too much time working. With all of the celebrities who are in interracial relationships, one would think that Raven would feel comfortable loving whomever she loved. Others thought Raven's excuse for breaking up with Miranda was simply a cop-out, and she just wasn't into Miranda like that. Either way, they found their way back to each other, and they got married in 2020 amid the coronavirus pandemic. Raven said, "We weren't prepared for how fast it took off and how many people showed love. We were not expecting it to be as big as it was for the quarantine life." They shared the news of their wedding on Instagram, with Raven writing in a caption, "I love you, Mrs. Maday. Let's tear this world a new asshole." Once they went public with their relationship, that's when everyone really started to notice the red flags.
It's too late now, y'all. You should have warned about the red flags before they got married.
The couple admitted not only do they treat one another like they're each other's therapist, but they also attend weekly couples therapy sessions. Raven also admitted that she would hold in all of her issues until they go to the therapist's office on Saturdays.
Well, now ain't nothing wrong with that, especially if she already admitted she's not a great communicator. She might need a third party to interpret what she's trying to say. So, okay, that's a yellow flag. That's not a red flag.
And then Raven appeared in an interview with Howie Mandel in January 2024. Miranda called into the show and was asked if she ever put menstrual blood in a partner's pasta. Miranda responded,
You know, that is the way that I got Raven to fall in love with me.
Okay, now that's a red flag. That is a red flag, because first of all, that magic is not for you. Okay, that you don't know how to use it. That ain't how it works. That's not for you. Okay, that is hoodoo, and that is from the descendants of the diaspora. Okay, that's number one. Okay, number two, we don't have no problem long as you treat our people right. When you start doing some trickery like this, then now we got an issue with you, Miranda.
Online users were disgusted and a bit appalled. They also wondered why Raven wasn't taking the issue seriously, since many believe that putting menstrual fluids in someone's food without their consent, whether it be a form of magic or not, is downright wrong.
Raven's ancestors will get her. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it.
Those who have followed Raven's relationship weren't surprised that Miranda was dabbling in the occult, though. In 2020, Raven bluntly announced, "I married a gay little witch, and she married a gay little witch."
Yeah, but her witchcraft is tainted with the blood of slaves. So I need you to watch her a little closer, Raven. I need you to let the ancestors know well, they already know what's going on, but I need you to tap in. Tap in, Raven. Tap in. If you know, you know.
By the time 2024 rolled around, people were still on Miranda's neck for the comments she made about never watching an episode of That's So Raven before meeting her wife. In fact, things got so bad that Raven and Miranda hopped online to post a joint statement. In the video, Raven demanded that people stop sending death threats and being disrespectful to her wife.
I'm here with Miranda, my wife, to tell you to stop it in the comments and stop with the death threats in her DMs. It is disrespectful to her and in turn disrespectful to me. Stop it.
It's really become wild. I hope to clear the air right now and letting you all know that I never have once said that I did not know who Raven was. I only ever said that I did not grow up watching That's So Raven. I did not watch her as a child. But since getting married and meeting her in 2015, I have seen the majority of her work. I love That's So Raven. I think she should have won all the Emmys. I'm receiving so much hate for something that is really just a big spiral of internet misinformation.
As of this video, Raven and Miranda appear happier than ever. They plan to start a family, and they try to ignore all the judgmental Judys in their social media comments. Although many people are worried that this relationship might not be built to last, we wish Raven and Miranda nothing but the best.
You so damn messy.
If you enjoyed this video, let us know down below. And thanks for watching RRG.